So today we're going to work together to draw electron orbitals for the first 10 elements on the periodic table. That is going to be number 1, hydrogen, all the way through to number 10, neon. And it's important for you to remember that when we draw these, our first inner circle is going to be the nucleus of the atom, and that is where the protons and the neutrons are located. And then the next circle is going to be the first orbital, and it maxes out at 2 electrons. And then the next circle, like over here, you've already got one drawn for carbon, it maxes out at 8 electrons. Okay? So we're just going to do the first 10. Knowing that in high school you're going to do a lot more and it's going to get way more complicated. But for 8th grade purposes, you're going to be responsible for being able to know and to draw and recognize the first 10. At any point in this video, when you feel like you've got this, feel free to pause the video, work ahead of me, and then use the video to check your work. Use this to basically help you learn in a way that suits you best. So we're going to get started with hydrogen, and you see the way that this sheet is done is different parts are already filled out for you. We have hydrogen's name, we have the symbol already in parentheses. We need to look at our periodic table and we need to see what the atomic number is for hydrogen. And when I look, hydrogen's atomic number is 1, and that means that hydrogen has 1 proton and also 1 electron. Then I already know that the average atomic mass for hydrogen is 1.01, and when I round that, that means the atomic mass is 1. So to calculate the number of neutrons, remember they are a nuisance because I have to subtract the atomic mass minus the atomic number. So 1 minus 1 equals 0. Hydrogen is the only element on the periodic table that has no neutrons. So when I draw the orbital, the electron orbital picture for hydrogen, which is already drawn for you, I have 1 proton in the nucleus, and I have 0 neutrons, that's N0, 0 neutrons in the nucleus. And then in my first orbital, electron orbital, I'm going to put one little dot right here, and that dot represents the 1 electron. So hydrogen is literally 1 proton with 1 electron orbiting it. We're going to move on to helium. The name is already written. Go ahead and put the symbol for helium. When I look at my periodic table, I see that the symbol is a capital H and a lowercase e. Go ahead and pause the video and fill out this part right here. So you should have that the atomic number for helium is 2. The average atomic mass is 4.00, which makes rounding very easy. It's 4. If the atomic number is 2, then I know that that is the number of protons, and in a neutral atom, 2 positives has to equal 2 negatives. And then my neutrons are going to be the atomic mass, 4, minus the number of protons, 2, which gives me 2 neutrons. So now I've got to draw what an atom of helium is going to look like. So I'm going to first draw my nucleus. And inside the nucleus, I'm going to have, remember, the 2 subatomic particles located in the nucleus, 2p plus for protons, 2 N0 for neutrons. And then I'm going to draw my electrons in their electron orbital. And the charge of electrons, remember, are negative, and negative charges repel each other. So they want to get as far away from each other as they possibly can. So I'm going to put them on either side of the nucleus. Okay, so that's going to be our drawing for helium. If you want to label those E negatives, you can, or you can just leave them little dots. That's up to you. Okay, next we have lithium. Make sure that you take the time to spell it correctly. We look at lithium on the periodic table. Its atomic number is 3. The atomic mass is, the average atomic mass is 6.94, so that is going to round to 7. If the atomic number is 3, that means that there are 3 protons, and that has to equal out the 3 electrons for a neutral atom for it to have no overall charge. And then my neutrons are going to be the atomic mass, because remember that's protons plus neutrons. 7 minus 3 equals 4. So in my nucleus, I've got 3p plus, I've got 4 n naught. Now my first orbital around the nucleus, remember that maxed out, we made a note up here at 2, and then my next orbital has 1. I'm just going to put it right there. Okay. All right, next we have our 4th element, beryllium. Be is the symbol. The atomic number is 4. Therefore, 4 protons, 4 electrons. The atomic mass is 9 because the average atomic mass is 9.01. So the neutrons are 9 minus 4, which is 5. Go ahead and draw your nucleus. Our first orbital has 2 electrons, and our second orbital is going to have 2. Try to draw it as neatly as you can. Okay, we're going to move on to number 5, boron. Again, when you get the hang of this, pause the video and work ahead and just use the video to check your work. That would be the ideal way to work this. Boron's atomic number is 5. His average atomic mass is 10.81. That's going to round to 11. 11 minus 5 is 6 for the neutrons. First orbital has 2. And the second orbital has 3. 2 plus 3 is 5 electrons. Carbon's already drawn for us. We just have to add the numbers in the blank. The atomic number is 6. 6 protons, 6 electrons. The atomic mass is 12. And 12 minus 6 equals 6 on a good day. Okay, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 2 in the first orbital, and 4 in the second, and see how they're spread out. Okay, after carbon, number 7 is going to be nitrogen. Nitrogen is what makes plants nice and green. Oh, that needs to be an N, not a 7. Okay. Our mass is going to be 14. Protons are 7, electrons are 7, and they already did the work right here for us. 14 minus 7 is 7. Let's draw our nucleus. 7p plus, 7n naught. Our first orbital maxes out at 2. And our second orbital, 2 plus what is 7, is going to have 5. I'm going to pair these two up. They start pairing up. And then 1, 2, 3. That's nitrogen. After nitrogen, we have oxygen. What we have to live, and you also have to have it present in order to have a fire. The atomic number for oxygen is 8, so 8 protons and 8 electrons. The atomic mass is 16. So we've got 8p plus, 8 and naught. First circle has 2. And 2 plus what is 8? Second circle is going to have 6. Number 9 is fluorine. Remember, that's the most reactive nonmetal, the halogen, fluorine. The atomic number is 9, so that's 9 protons and 9 electrons. The average atomic mass is 19.00, so the atomic mass is 19, and 19 minus 9 equals 10 neutrons. So in my nucleus, I have 9p plus, 10 in naught, because that 9 plus 10 makes the 19 for the atomic mass. First orbital has 2 electrons, and the second orbital, 2 plus what is 9, is going to have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? And then our last one is neon. Ne. The atomic number is 10. So we've got 10 protons, 10 electrons. The atomic mass is 20.18 is the average atomic mass. So when I round it, I get 20. And then 20 minus 10 is 10. So 10 protons, 10 neutrons, that's where we get that mass from. The first orbital has 2. And then the second orbital maxes out at that 8. And this is really important because when that orbital maxes out at that 8, when it comes time to bond with other elements, neon doesn't want to bond. Neon doesn't want to lose any electrons. Neon doesn't want to gain any electrons. And that's what makes neon stable. That's what makes him what we call inert. And that's why he is, I say he or she, whatever, is a halogen. I mean a noble or inert gas, because they don't bond. Whereas fluorine is desperate to bond because fluorine wants to gain 1 electron right there. And remember, when we talked about nonmetals, they gain electrons. So fluorine wants to gain an electron right here so that it has 8. And that has to do with something called the octet rule, where their goal is to get 8 electrons in their outermost energy level. And you get things like hydrogen that want to get rid of them. Helium is stable because it has 2. And that's where you're going to move on in chemistry with bonding. Lithium is desperate to get rid of this 1. Lithium is a metal and it wants to get rid of or give away this 1. Whereas fluorine wants to gain 1 right here, and that's how you get a compound called lithium fluoride, which is a very stable compound. Okay, so that's it for these. You'll need to be able to draw them and recognize these 10 electron orbital drawings. Let your teacher know if you have any questions.